Hey everybody, welcome back. Nasal Cactus here. I'm realizing before I get started on this, I should check and make sure my microphone batteries aren't going to die, because I have done a few pack openings in a row. You can kind of see my trash from the last couple of videos. I'm just rolling right through these. I figure, why wait? I'm really liking this set. This is the second booster box that I purchased of Star Wars Unlimited Spark of Rebellion. So if you haven't watched the first couple videos, please go back and give them a look. And been doing 4 packs at a time, just kind of pulling them out. A nice even number of the 24 that come out of the booster box. It looks like if I've done 2 videos, so we're 8 packs in. Third away down into this box, the second one, like I said. You know, hoping that one of these 4 is going to be Chewie. Is it going to be Tarkin? Tarkin. This is going to be my last video of the night, because I need to get some rest after this. Starting to get a little bit later at night, and clearly if I'm mixing up Thrawn and Tarkin, I might need to shut my brain off for the rest of the night. But, as I was going to say, do Chewie or Tarkin hold a showcase card? The coveted, borderless leader alternate art, effectively. Chewie does not, to answer the question very quickly. Director Krennic, common leader, Administrator's Tower, I believe a common, yeah, common base. Getting into the common cards here. We got a Star Viper to start out. Sorry about that. Death Trooper, Cantina Braggart, Vanguard Infantry, Alliance X-Wing, Asteroid Sanctuary, Snowtrooper Lieutenant, Mining Guild TIE Fighter, and a Hyperspace Common to wrap up those ISB agents. He's got the anime lines. If you watch some of the earlier videos when I was opening these, got Zeb start off the uncommons. I kept calling them anime lines because I did not occur to me that they are called hyperspace because they have the stars like you're going to hyperspace around the edges. Protector for our next uncommon, and hey, Chewbacca for our last uncommon. I don't think I had Chewie as a standalone card yet, so nice named main character to get. Count Dooku, we've seen him before. Oh, I should put Chewie right up there. Count Dooku, we've seen him before a few times. I think I've got a handful of these now, which, you know, I guess fine to see him again. We have a foil rare to round out the first pack. Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are. I wanted to come up with a play on You're My Only Hope. That had something to do with foil, but it doesn't look like there's any foil lines on this, which is great. Nice looking rainbow effect to it to start us off. So, you know, out of that, we didn't get a showcase, not yet, but a foil rare main character, not bad. Got probably a decent amount. All right, we got a hyperspace Boba Fett leader, so not the showcase, unfortunately, but you know, I mean, he's like part way there. I'll put him on that other common hyperspace. Oh no! Base down. We got it back. I make a joke about, like, is that when he switched out the cards? But the good card you would have already seen. So no, I'm not swapping out for cards. As much as I would like to have that sort of sleight of hand to this whole process and come back in and, oh my god, a showcase. That's not happening. I hate to tell you. The showcase opportunity has come and gone for this pack. We're now looking for, from a rarity standpoint, which is, I mean, from like a collectability standpoint is really what I'm doing at this moment. I have a ton of cards just off screen here that I'm going to start putting together decks here pretty soon and see where that takes me. But at this exact moment, just trying to chase a little bit. You know, why not? That was the last of our commons with Surprise Strike. Prepare for takeoff as our first uncommon. Power failure next. Oh, we got a... Oh, hello! Those uncommons I feel like went really fast. I thought there were 3, but maybe there are only 2. I'm pretty sure there's 3, so maybe there's something else going on with this pack. Fet's Fire Spray, rare. I was able to get a Fet's Fire Spray foil rare in a previous pack, but nice to have a hyperspace version of it. That's definitely cool. Oh, I have another rare then. Okay, so I guess the order of the hyperspace rare might be different, because from what I've experienced so far in the packs that I've opened, which I'm like 1.5 booster boxes in at this point, that the last common can be a hyperspace, the last uncommon can be a hyperspace, but this, it looks like that last uncommon, if it's going to be a hyperspace rare, maybe this is just a weird pack. I don't know. I'm happy with it though. Seven Sister as our next rare, and then we have a common foil to finish things off with Spec Force Soldier. The Spec Force, he does have a foil line. That's a bummer. You can see it even without the reflection. That's wild. I don't know what causes that. I mean, I have enough Pokemon cards, and I've opened enough of these. I really should do my due diligence and look up what causes stuff like foil lines and stuff like that, but I haven't. I've never done that. I'm not particularly good at that. Dang it. For like half a second, I thought, oh, all right, there she is. That's it. That's the one. But that is not it, unfortunately. We're close. We're close, but no cigar. 2 hyperspace leaders, though, in 2 packs. Getting that Boba Fett beforehand and then getting a Leia. That's kind of nice. Alliance Dispatcher, Cargo Juggernaut, Spec Force Soldier without the foil line because he's not even a foil that time. Vigilant Honor Guards, Confiscate, Swoop Racer, and that might... Nope, we got at least one more. Cell Block Guard, that's the last of our commons. Lieutenant Childson? I should assume that like every character in Star Wars has a name. I did not know that guy had a name. And we have a hyperspace uncommon to round out the uncommons. We have a legendary coming up next. So I haven't explained it a whole lot in the most recent openings of this box, but when you get through the uncommons, you can have either a rare or a legendary in that spot. The legendaries, I want to say, are like 1 in every 6 packs or something like that. I've said that a bunch of times now, so I really hope that I'm not wrong. But yeah, it looks like we managed to get one. Change of Heart. A Gambit. Looks like a Rebels character in the art, if the camera will focus. It's been really not cooperating with me this last couple of videos, and I think it's because I got the black playmat, and so it's like a little more dynamic range. Repair as the common foil. I'm looking really quickly. Have I gotten a legendary yet? I have not, so that will go there. Repair as the common foil. Does this one have lines in it? No, those are just lines on the artwork. I saw those lines like right above that, and I thought, oh my gosh, like another one with foil lines. That would have been very disappointing. All right, last pack of this opening, we have Grand Admiral Thrawn. Let's see if he's got anything good for us. Those showcases, I've 1 in every 12 boxes. I don't have one in this one. In this pack, at least. I hope there's one in this box. Boba Fett, common. Yes, common leader. To start us off, you can go with General Krennic, Director Krennic over there. Dagobah, common base. Jedha Agitator, Snowspeeder. Getting even closer to having a full group of the rogue Snowspeeders from Empire Strikes Back. I don't even know if that's a function or a mechanic that I can use in this game. Carillion Freighter, another common. Waylay, last common of this pack. Disarm Tactic. Man, I really hope that those last few cards were not blurry. Just take my word for it. If they were, they're not going to blow your socks off. Don't have a hyperspace common out here yet. It's surprising me a little bit. I thought that the hyperspace cards were a little more frequent than that. But, I mean, I guess if I really look at what I have out here, to have a hyperspace common right here to the bottom left, hyperspace uncommon, a hyperspace rare, 3 hyperspace characters, basically. I shouldn't sound like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. Still learning. I guess that's the best way to put it. I'm still learning. Hey, Rogue Squadron Skirmisher. Just talking about this group. Ruthless Raider. And okay, I think it's a rare base. It is. This is cool. I've seen this a couple of times now. I have a Tarkin Town. I might actually, now that I think about it, I might have another version of this that if these are rare bases, I need to make sure I get that one sleeved because I think from just a mechanic standpoint, they can be pretty useful in terms of like providing a consistent place for your characters to go during the game, because I think that they don't leave the battlefield. I think that they're in permanently. This is Edu, so another Rogue One reference, and a common foil to end us out, which is a little unfortunate, but also totally fine. Let's make sure no foil lines. No. Perfect. That's great. Nice way to like finish everything off. You can go right there with Luke's robot hand. So another like decent opening. I think that this set has been had a pretty consistent output in some ways, and other ways, you know, the hyperspace cards continue to be like a big draw for this. Chasing those showcases still. It's going to be, I think, what, you know, the people that are really looking for like the collectability aspect, the resale aspect, you know, those showcase cards are going. I think Boba Fett was a few $100s on TCG Player recently. I think even some of the hyperspace showcase characters beyond Boba Fett are still upwards of $50 at least. And yeah, so, you know, definitely something to keep pursuing, but, you know, giving myself a lot of options with 24 booster packs in this box, 24 booster packs in the other one. So, you know, effectively opening like 48 packs so far, plus a pre-release deck or box that had 6 in it. So, you know, we have a lot. There's a lot to use here and make something out of it. So we're going to keep chugging along. I'm going to keep sleeving stuff up. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate your support. And just I hope you're enjoying this along with me. You know, I've said it in a couple of videos. I hope you enjoy what we enjoy. And I mean it in a sense of I hope that you can share in this and find some enjoyment out of watching me sort of figure this out. You know, I'm a lifelong Star Wars fan, and this has been an unexpected but very welcome journey over the last month or so once I discovered this set and just seeing what it has to offer. So thanks again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you soon.